Shaft blast's gonna blast some shafts. Welcome back to Tales from the Rimworld. We rejoin our glorious Soviet colony in the middle of the night. Our prisoner is sleeping, our pet warg is sleeping, Ray is sleeping, Alastair is sleeping, and Comrade Leonid is casually building a house. In other news, the potato fields continue to grow nicely. Hopefully our heroes won't have to resort to cannibalism in the winter. I finally decided to build a battery. No doubt one day it will explode, causing the doom of the entire colony. Some of the colonists were feeling a bit sad. Ray even confessed that he had considered trying to goad a nearby rhino into stabbing him to death with its horn. Drastic action was needed, so I commissioned 3 emergency flower pots to cheer everyone up. Hopefully, no one is allergic to lilies. I think that might push them over the fucking edge. Comrade Leonid was feeling a bit bored and so decided to construct another building to pass the time. While he is doing that, I thought now would be a good time to tell you guys about my brother from another mother. Strobe ITAT is creating top quality content. If you like the humor in my videos, chances are that Strobe ITAT will pique your interest as well. Everyone go and subscribe to him. Shaft Blast demands it. Comrade Leonid's work has made him hungry, but unfortunately, the potato fields are not yet ready to be harvested. What's more, we are nearly out of food. I knew I should have zoned out a bigger field, but as previously mentioned, I'm not very skilled. Alastair has not been cheered up by my communal flower pots. He seems to be very depressed about some stupid shit that he should have seen coming. Everyone has had enough of starving to death and agrees that we need more food. I therefore designated a growing patch for some corn just behind the wind turbine. Secretly, I was hoping that the blades of the turbine would slice Ray in two. That way the other colonists have some justification for eating his corpse. I decided to try and recruit the prisoner we captured in the last episode. With any luck, he'll stab Ray to death. Another crisis has struck the colony. Both Comrade Leonid and Ray have muscular parasites eating away at their insides. I immediately designated a medical bed for Comrade Leonid and ordered that he receive the best medical care that money can buy. Ray on the other hand will have to make do with whatever we find lying around on the floor. Maybe if he wasn't such a worthless piece of shit, the other colonists would have had some motivation to try and save him and his muscles. Comrade Leonid has been badly affected by the parasites. He appears to be moving slower than the rate of which Rob GR uploads content. On the plus side, the potato fields are now ready to be harvested. It's just a shame that the crippled 69-year-old man seems to be the only one capable of pulling them out of the fucking ground. Ray continues to be as helpful as ever, walking into different rooms without actually doing anything. The urge to cut out his kidneys grows stronger by the day. Alastair, for all his faults, at least has the decency to tend to Comrade Leonid's medical needs. He's been more of a son to him than Ray ever has been. Speaking of Ray, the other colonists are unable to feed or heal him as he refuses to stop wandering around the fields like a goat with half its brain missing. The strain of carrying the colony on his back has finally caught up with Comrade Leonid. He randomly collapsed outside in the rain. Of course, Alastair was on call to tend to the good comrade. Ray on the other hand was probably too busy molesting a small animal. In keeping with a long-running tradition, a local llama decided that it would be a good idea to try and headbutt everyone to death. I quickly dispatched Alastair and Ray to deal with this potentially catastrophic threat. Luckily, Ray finally proved useful for something and was able to tank most of the llama's deadly headbutts before stabbing it to death with his small knife. Shortly after this traumatic ordeal, a very fat woman showed up to destroy the colony. This stress proved too much for Comrade Leonid. In this trance-like mental state, he thought it was best if he just wandered about while the battle was going on. With the good comrade safely stationed behind a nearby plant, the battle commenced. Alastair managed to hit the enormous woman in the side before Ray stuck up on her as she was climbing over the sandbags and violently sliced her abdomen open. After regaining his sanity, Comrade Leonid decided to go to bed to try to shit out the remaining muscle parasites. Before doing so, however, he proved what a true hero he is by tending to a nearby beaver who had recently contracted the flu. Despite his treatment going well, Comrade Leonid's speed has not improved. we may need to amputate his legs in the near future. That's assuming that we make it to the near future, as the colony is now officially starving. Glorious Soviet heroes, however glorious they may be, eat an absolute shit ton of potatoes. Away from the prying eyes of the camera, Comrade Leonid had a complete mental breakdown and started to hurl insults at his son, Ray. He told him that he was a complete disappointment before threatening to cut off his tiny penis. He told him that he was a strange son and accused him of being sexually attracted to farmyard animals. Comrade Leonid then spat at the ground in disgust before collapsing and vomiting over Ray's feet. So it is here that we shall leave our colonists. Long story short, they are completely fucked. Leave a like and do a sub if you want more of this shit. We are approaching the 100 subscriber mark, the first milestone on our path to world domination. Help out the cause, tell your friends about Shaft Blast, and together, we can defeat Rob GR and his shitty content. Until next time, Shaft Blast out.
China. And all my hotels are in China. We're getting not smarted by China. All but my towers are in China.